right, cool.
All right, y'all, this is Our Take. This is Mark the moderator.
Lakers only family, Brooklyn Fellas.
Avery, the process. Yeah, I'm still good.
All right, y'all. So listen, what I want to have a quick conversation about is what happened at this year's ESPYs. I don't know her last name perfectly, but I'm going to say Paige Bueckers won an award, and she stood up and she spoke about winning the Female College Player of the Year award for UConn. And in her speech, she said that she wanted to make sure that people understood, even though she won this award, that they put more attention towards the female Black athlete. And I think that was something to hear, something to see, and her using that platform in that manner. And I gave her props for it. What's your take on her stepping up and saying this with that platform?
Listen, I give her tremendous props for that. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like, we speak about it all the time. Like, if you really want to help, you have to use your platform, you know what I mean, and put people out there. And for you to be accepting a Player of the Year award, the ESPYs, where everybody is watching, it gets no bigger than that. You feel what I'm saying? You know what's going to get reposted. You know what's going to get liked. It's going to get shared. She picked the perfect opportunity to put, her Black co-workers in the forefront. She basically pushed them in front of her. That could have been her moment. And she used that moment to help her co-workers, you know what I mean? And every other Black female athlete that's out there in the future to say, like, nah, pay attention to them. Like, because, without them, there's not this.
And she said that she wanted to be an ally. She also spoke about the fact that the percentage of players of color was a factor in how she feels, and I thought that was great to hear as well. Avery, what's your take?
Look, every white person I encounter, colleague, friend, whatever it is, all I ask, she did exactly what I asked. Just recognize your privilege. You know what I'm saying? Like, recognize your privilege and recognize that. What I thought was so good about that moment is that within her having that moment in her privilege, she says, I recognize who I am as a white woman, and I recognize that me being here, there are other people who should and could be here, Black women particularly, that do not have the representation. So I'm going to take my privilege and I'm going to make sure that we understand that they need to have representation, and like you said, Lee, they're my colleagues. I play with them. If it wasn't for Black players, I probably wouldn't be here. That's extremely important. And I think that's what, my white friends that I deal with, or colleagues, that's what us as Blacks kind of want white people to understand. We want y'all to understand y'all privilege. It's not that nobody hate nobody, you might hate some people, but nobody hates nobody to that degree. But the reality is that we want y'all to understand your privilege and live that truth. Like, that's a truth. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. Like, you have opportunities that I will never have just because you look the way you look. You don't have to deal with what I gotta deal with just because you look the way you look. So I respect the fact that she was able to do that. She was able to shed a light on that. I got some other beef with the ESPYs, but that's a whole nother thing. Go ahead.
Well, what I was going to say is this. She also pointed something out. She made it a point to say the media does not cover the female Black athlete the same way that they cover her and other white athletes in the sport of female basketball, women's basketball. And I thought that was a powerful statement, calling them to the carpet, because that's why she said she wanted to take this time to recognize them, because she knew that they wouldn't get the recognition from the media the way they should. And that's powerful, because it's a fact, it's a truth, and she don't have to apologize for telling the truth. And that's something that goes back to the previous segments which we talked about. When it comes to negative stuff, they cover us from top to bottom. When it comes to the positive stuff, they don't shine that light the very same way. And that's why I keep saying it's just interesting to have this woman step up and make the speech which she made. I thought it was powerful. And it didn't get a lot of coverage. The funny part, it wasn't a front page story. Go ahead.
Because they control the narrative. You feel what I'm saying? But that's one of the great things about today's era is social media. We don't have to depend on, you know what I mean, on the media to hear a speech like that. Because I didn't watch the ESPY either, but I seen it on Instagram. You feel what I'm saying? I seen her speech on Instagram, so they can't control it the way they used to.
Okay. You know, and I think that more and more as if we can build more allies in sports, and not only women's basketball, but I keep saying it, the NBA, there needs to be more of these white players speaking up, speaking out, and they're not doing it. The NFL, it's the same thing. It you know, all this stuff about Aaron Rodgers and this play and that play, but when it hits the fan, where are these guys at? But we love to put them on these pedestals when we talk about sports. When it comes to the impact of us, it's not, they don't come to the carpet. They don't come to the table. And that's where I have a problem at.
It takes a different type of person. You feel what I'm saying? And this is something I want to give, what you call it, a lot of props for, because it takes a lot of courage to do that. You feel what I'm saying? Because you could get backlash. You could, at least in your mind, feel that you're going to get some type of backlash and make any excuse not to do it. You feel what I'm saying? I think that's what a lot of players do. They make the excuse why they can't do it instead of seeing the benefits of actually
self-preservation.
Do it.
Yep.
Self-preservation.
Bravery. And also being brave enough to come out, make those statements, to come out saying those things, you know, and the fact that women's basketball is so far behind the game is a sad part also. And that's why I said, for her, a college student that's coming into the pro game, it's very, very wonderful to see her do this at this point in time. Like you said, Lee, everybody's watching, and I really, really applaud her for that. You know, but now, with that being said, Avery brings up Becky Hammon. What Becky Hammon said about diversity, about women being able to coach at the NBA level. Go ahead, Avery, share that with us.
I mean, like I said, in a nutshell, the whole thing was, again, about the level of and the amount of experience and everything else you gotta have. You know, and at the end of the day, her being a female, when they interview her, they know that she's a female. You know, in my opinion, they put out there, yo, Becky Hammon is a finalist, but the reality is a lot of these organizations are not willing to hire a female. Let's call it what it is. Mm-hmm. It sounds cute. It sounds cute that she's a finalist. And you could tell she was basically like, it sounds cool that I'm a finalist, but again, I know the reasons why you can hire me, and I also know the reason why you can find a reason why to hire me. So I'm not gonna kid myself. So I think we're still skating around that. We still getting to that point, Rooney Rule. We still getting to that point of, hey, yeah, we're gonna Becky Hammon's gonna go through the circle of, yeah, she's up for the job. They're gonna put it out there. It's gonna sound cute, so you satisfy everybody. But until that somebody really says, yo, I'm gonna hire her and put her in that seat, it's kind of fruitless.
I definitely agree. I don't think the NBA is that forward thinking yet to put her there, because I want you to think about something. If Pop can't get you a job, who can?
That's like Belichick, right? That's the Belichick of the NBA. There it is.
So that's why I said, if Pop can't get you a job, I can tell you right now, yo, I mean, but I think there's going to come a time that we're going to see her getting hired, and that might kick the door open that more female coaches. Because if you think about something, I just want to say this. I think if I got the math right, I think it was 2016 or 2015, the first female NBA referee took the court and refereed a game. And now you have many more female refs.
Right? Yeah.
reffing the game. The NFL 2017, the first female umpire, you know, officiated and a game. So when you think about this might kick the door open for something later on that might become a trend as well. And I think it is time that women are able to coach male basketball.
100%.
I mean, male sports.
1000%.
In general. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's time. But once again, it's the forward-thinking aspect of this is that we haven't seen yet, we haven't gotten there yet. And sadly, that's what it is, because this is a male-dominated industry when we talk about sports.
Yep.
And that's part of the reason why people of color is still being held back, because it's white males dominating the actual industry.
100%.
That's where the problem lies at. So listen, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. This has been a great conversation. We appreciate y'all. We'll have more videos posted very, very soon. Talk to y'all later. Peace out.
Peace.